I started as a sole practitioner in 1994, and I was primarily working on criminal defense cases and personal injury cases. And prior to that, I had been in business and taking what I've learned in business when it comes to customer service and relating with people and understanding how important it is to have one-on-one contact as an attorney with clients. That's something I brought into the law firm. From there, I moved to Florida and went to law school at Stetson University College of Law in St. Petersburg. Opened up a practice after spending time in the public defender's office. While I was in the public defender's office, I accumulated trial experience with criminal defense cases, with juvenile cases, with dependency cases, and decided that at that time I would open my own law practice. I have clients that come into my office and they haven't been able to pay their credit card debt, they haven't been able to pay their home mortgage, and they ask me, what is bankruptcy going to do to my credit? And the fact of the matter is, their credit has already deteriorated to a point where they don't have good credit. What bankruptcy will do for them is allow them to get back on their feet. It'll bring them to a plateau that they can build on, and they can improve their credit over time.
I've been with Jodat Law Group for approximately 3 years. During that time, I've been practicing primarily bankruptcy law. There are two primary chapters of bankruptcy for individual debtors. One is a Chapter 7, which is what most people would like to be able to file, and the other is a Chapter 13, which is the bankruptcy chapter you wish to file usually if you're in danger of losing your home or some other asset. A Chapter 17, the discharge that you receive in a Chapter 7 will discharge all of your unsecured debts. Unsecured debts are generally thought of as credit card debts, medical bills, if you've had something repossessed and they've gotten a judgment against you. Chapter 13 is if you are gotten behind in your mortgage payments. If you're behind in your house payments, or you're in danger of losing a vehicle or another asset, then you want to file for a Chapter 13 because it sets you up on a payment plan to be able to catch up on those payments. There are pros and cons of each chapter. The first question that the bankruptcy trustee is going to ask is, what is your income? That is a very large factor in determining whether you're eligible to file for a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13.
I have many clients who have come into the office and discovered that they've taken funds out of their retirement plans. It's really sad because after depleting your retirement plan, where do you turn? If you then file bankruptcy, that retirement money is already gone. It's better to talk to a lawyer, come to see us for a free consultation prior to taking money out of your retirement and depleting all of your savings. It's better to do that first, because many times it's too late when people come to see us. Filing bankruptcy is not something that people should be afraid to do when the circumstances require it. There has been a stigma attached to filing bankruptcy, but with the way the economy has been over the last couple of years, the stigma has pretty much disappeared. And friends and relatives and neighbors, a lot of them are in the same boat, where they are filing bankruptcy, and it's most likely you know several people that are filing bankruptcy. So it's a it's a situation that has been brought on by the economy, by increases in insurance rates, increases in mortgages that have changed the variable rates to a higher rate. Everybody that has anything to do with housing may be faced with this issue of possibly filing bankruptcy.
Debt collectors are able to do more than I think most people are probably aware. They can call you from 8 in the morning until 9 at night. They can call you at work. They can call your neighbors. They can call your family members. But there are things that they cannot do. They can't call after 9 o'clock at night or before 8 in the morning. And one of the things that drives people, I think, to look at bankruptcy as an option is the fact that once you retain a lawyer to handle your debts, even before you file for bankruptcy, once you have a lawyer, the creditors cannot contact you personally. They'd have to contact your lawyer.
When you're called or contacted by creditors, you should tell the creditors not to call you or contact you again, that you're represented by a lawyer. And then if they do call or contact you again, call us. And then we and you will talk about whether to take action against that creditor.
A lot of people may think that they're not eligible for bankruptcy because of their income. If their income is higher than the median income, or if they've done some research and realized that they may wind up in a Chapter 13 and they think that a Chapter 13 is not what they'd like to do. And people do often research debt consolidation, debt negotiation, debt relief agencies. And people should do the research. I think everyone should try and explore all of their options. However, a Chapter 13 is oftentimes a lot more advantageous to a debtor than a debt negotiation or debt consolidation idea, because of the fact that in a Chapter 13, how much you end up paying your creditors depends purely on how much disposable income the bankruptcy court finds that you have. So instead of a debt negotiation or a debt consolidation where you're paying a company that usually is not a local company, it's someone that you found on the internet or someone far away in another state that you never see, instead of trying to make a plan to pay through them, you can make a plan to pay through the bankruptcy court where you know that the money that you send will be going directly to the creditors, and at the end of the time frame, the rest of your debts are discharged. Every client gets assigned a paralegal who will make sure that all the documentation that's required is gathered. There is a good deal of documentation that's necessary now. Clients need to bring in pay stubs and bank account statements and tax returns, car titles, things of that nature. So the paralegal that's assigned to that case will make sure that all of that documentation is ready, that all of that gets to the bankruptcy court, and they will get the file ready. But then I look over everything. I'm the one that signs it all and files it with the court.
We're more than happy to sit down with anyone to discuss their financial problems, see if bankruptcy is the right choice for them. Remember, we're here to help people get back on their feet. It's a free consultation, and we look forward to seeing you.